Hello, you join me where today I've been testing the new G25 irons, and the big story to talk about here is that they are a lot sleeker than the previous G20 versions. That's the first thing you notice when you pick these up, put them down behind the ball. You're never expecting a G range of irons to be classic looking. They're never going to have thin top lines. They're always going to be forgiving irons, but these have got the forgiveness built into quite a traditional, really a fairly traditional looking head. So in the 4 iron that I've got here, this has a slightly wider sole. That just helps the launch angle, so it brings the center of gravity slightly deeper, slightly further back in the head, just to help people get that launch up. Exactly what you'll be looking for from a long iron. And then as you move down the set, you get more control, so you get a little bit more flight control. So the sole is slightly narrower in the 8 iron, it's narrower still as you move down the set, so you get that little bit of flight control that people are looking for. The other thing to talk about here is the finish. They've brought in a sort of slightly darker finish, and it looks superb behind the ball. It's a nice contrast between dark finish, white ball, and it actually makes the head look even more traditional. So there is lots and lots of technology packed into these irons. It's kind of built into the design of the irons. It's not on show. You're not looking down on it thinking, wow, that's a bulky looking iron, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use that. It is more of a traditional looking G iron, and as I've found today when I've been hitting it, the launch is easy to find. Just, I found, make a nice smooth swing and the ball does pop up. One other thing I think that's really worth talking about here is that I found that I hit these significantly further than my set. Now I use Ping's S56 iron, so S56 is obviously more blade-like to look down on, more traditional to look down on. These did produce quite a lot of extra distance for me, and throughout the set I had to change my kind of distance expectations. So actually an 8 iron was going, you know, half a club further than I would be expecting, at least, maybe even a little bit more, but that would be a pretty easy thing to adjust to, because as I say, that the flight's very high, so even though the ball's going slightly further, you're getting that kind of high flight, easy to stop and hold on the greens. One final point that I found, in particular while I was testing these, I had a really good control in terms of spin as I hit the green. So whilst the flight popped up in the air and it didn't feel like it was spinning too much, I was really able to gain quite a lot of spin control once the ball hit the green. So the G25 irons do fit into the range beautifully, so that throughout the range these have been designed to be very forgiving, very easy to launch, easy to get up there, and really just a cracking set of irons, well worth a test.